Hey students, since we don't have crosswalk this Wednesday, thought I'd jump on here and share with you just a couple of awesome verses from Psalm 139. If you've been around me long enough, you know Psalm 139 is my favorite psalm in the Bible. David wrote it. It's an honest psalm. And my big question for you today is this: how honest are you with God? I think a lot of us think we're very honest, but I think in reality, there's probably some things in our life that we kind of hold back from God that maybe we don't want God to touch or to be over or bring to His attention. But deep down, if we're right, and we know, God knows it all anyway. But David is honest. He prays a very bold prayer. It's Psalm 139, verses 23 through 24. I just want to read them real quick to you. It'll just take a minute. David says this, and this is a bold prayer. Are you willing to pray this prayer? This is pretty big. David says, "Search me, O God, and know my heart." Okay, I want to stop right there. He's saying, God, know everything about me. Well, God already knows it, but what he's saying is, God, I'm not going to hide. I'm an open book. The good, the bad, the ugly, the mistakes, the victories, the defeats, it's all yours. And so he's very honest. He says, search me, O God. That's a great prayer to pray. That's a prayer of humility, submission. Then he says, test me and know my anxious thoughts. I love this. Now, I don't like the test part because nobody likes tests, right? It's summer. We don't want to talk about tests. But this is a good thing. This is actually saying, God, how do I measure up? God, where do I need to be? God, what needs to change in my life? And then, this is maybe my favorite part of this prayer. He says, know my anxious thoughts. Man, that is awesome. If it's big enough to worry about, it's big enough to pray about. Think about that. If you've got worries, anxiety in your life, don't just try to figure it out yourself. Bring it to God. Take it to Him. Nothing's too big or too small for God. And that's what David's doing. Search me, God. Test me. Here's my anxious thoughts. And then he gets to the key verse here. Point out anything in me that offends you. You may be watching this right now and you're like, dude, I can totally list a bunch of things that probably offend God. But some of us, especially us who've been in church a long time, maybe we begin to think, maybe there's not anything, I'm okay compared to him or compared to her. But there is something in every one of us that probably offends God on some level. Now, God loves us, but He doesn't always love the things that we do, the things that we say, the things that we think. God loves us big time. He thinks about us more than we could realize, and He loves us and has the best interest for us. But we're not all on the right path. In fact, the next part says, David says, lead me along the path of everlasting life. That's not the path I want. That's not the easy path. That's not the path that I don't have to do anything for the Lord or struggle with anything. No, the everlasting path is the narrow road Jesus talked about in the New Testament. Very few find it. It's hard. It's uphill. And he says, lead me on that. And we need God to lead us today. I hope you're on that path. If not, today would be a great day to get real with God and say, God, where am I at that I don't need to be? Search me, test me. I thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to our YouTube Student Ministry YouTube channel, as well as the bell to get all the notifications whenever we post videos. We'll be doing a lot of cool videos, a lot of announcements. Hope you guys have a great 4th of July. If you're like me, you're going to be watching Stranger Things 3, Season 3, so that'll be fun. But anyway, I will see you guys bright and early Sunday morning for charge. God bless.